you like best? See, we've been dancing around this, you know, and you trying to spit ass with it. Which one you like best?
You can only keep one.
You know what? I'm gonna reserve that. I'm gonna reserve that answer. No, you gotta. No, buddy, you gotta.
No. Just like Jason said, you can only keep one.
But
which would you keep?
Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Today I'm out on the 2016 Honda Goldwing. Today I'm riding with Jason and a little bit, and then we got Silver Bullet. And I'm out on the 2016 Honda Goldwing. The bike is looking good. She's looking real good, y'all. So we're going to be rolling out here in a moment. All right, is everybody on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. All right, Jason. Break 19 for a radio check. Break 19 for a radio check.
It's working, but it don't sound good.
Okay, what about now? How does radio sounding to you now, there, driver?
Much better, much better.
Yeah, 410, my friend. I had to turn down his mic gain. Just doing a little audio test this morning, just trying to make sure the radio getting out.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good now. It sounds good.
Tenfold, my friend. Tenfold. All right, we're just doing some audio tests this morning. Today we out here on the Honda Goldwing. I'm on my 2016, the most luxurious motorcycle in the world.
All right.
On the front, we got Jason.
What's up?
We got a little bit.
Hey.
And behind us, we have Silver Bullet.
Representing the 901, baby.
All right, y'all sounding good, looking good. We're going to take a little ride, head north. It's a cool day for a ride, actually. It's 63 degrees. It was in the 50s earlier. You know, one of the questions I've been getting about my 21 Goldwing is, will I be dark siding the bike? I think that's one of the...
Uh-oh. Yeah, leave yourself way out now.
When I first purchased the bike, I said I was going to just wear out the original tires that's on the bike, and then I will consider putting on a car tire and dark siding. But
come on with it.
But since then, I've purchased another set of motorcycle tires, and I will be putting those on after the original tires wear out.
Unless something changes.
Unless something changes.
Yeah, leave your way out now.
I mean, if it's a situation where somebody has a 2018 plus Goldwing and maybe they have a tire situation and they're in a crunch, I may be willing to sell my existing set of tires. But
you hadn't purchased any car tires lately, have you?
I hadn't purchased a car tire, but I picked up one from Jason. I picked up a car tire, yes, but that car tire actually will work on this Goldwing. So,
will it work on the other one too?
It will work on the other Goldwing. You're 100%.
Oh, okay.
You're 100% correct, Bullet. See, let's just keep it real. See, Bullet think that I'm gonna dark side that new Goldwing.
Right, keep riding long enough. Keep making them long trips. Pulling the trailer.
Pulling the trailer. But you know what, though, Bullet? I will say this, and this is the truth. On this heavier Goldwing, you need a car tire on there because the GL 1800 is hard on a rear tire.
Well, now just think about that in reverse order too. Now.
Okay.
The other bike is lighter.
It's lighter.
So pulling the trailer with a lighter bike is gonna make it hard on the rear tire too.
Well, I don't know. I hadn't had the 21 long enough to say that is the case. Now we can only speculate that that's the case.
Sounds good, don't it? The theory.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know, I've only owned the bike a few months, so I can't. I hadn't owned it long enough to say that it's going to wear out the regular motorcycle tires real quick.
Pulling the trailer.
Pulling the trailer. So I guess the question becomes, how often am I pulling a trailer? And the question becomes, will it wear out the motorcycle tire a lot faster if I'm pulling the trailer?
Well, I tell you what, Chris.
Okay.
You keep making them runs to Myrtle Beach and that on that 21. The truth will come to light.
The truth will come to light. But let me ask you this, Billy. How long? Well, let me rephrase the question. How soon do you think I would dark side the new Goldwing if I were to do it? If I was going to do it, how soon you think it would be?
You're gonna put some miles on that rear tire, on the tire, the original tire, the stock tire.
Right.
Now, as you start putting them long distance miles on it, and you start watching that tire and see how it's wearing, you'll make a decision. I can't speculate how long and how soon you're gonna be making those runs like that.
Right.
So it all depends on how many miles you put on it.
Right.
And how soon it takes you to put those miles on it.
Now, when Honda came out with that 2018 Goldwing, a lot of people thought I was gonna dive on it. And they was actually making bets. They said, "Oh, he's gonna get the go." He had the 14. He went to the 16, so he's definitely gonna get the 18. But it actually took me 3 years to finally make to finally jump over and get that new Goldwing. It took me 3 years. So it eventually did happen, but it didn't happen as soon as people thought it was gonna happen. Now, initially on the heavy Goldwing, on my 2016 or 2014, I ran just the motorcycle tires. And eventually, over time, I eventually went to a car tire. So I will say that, Bully, you're probably correct. I will go to a car tire at some point, but I don't think it's just going to be anytime soon.
Right.
I don't think it'll be before 2023.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. The jury is still out. Now, don't hold me to that, Bullet, because, plans change.
I'm not holding you to it, because I don't think it's going to last that long.
Plans change. But I think it'll be at least a year from now. And that's at the bare minimum.
Okay.
And now I could be incorrect. Now we'll see. Time will tell. I will say this though: if I'm pulling a trailer and it's wearing out my tire fast, then the change will come fast.
Yeah.
I will say that much.
Sure will. We'll be straight to that car tire.
I'll go straight to it because I got a surplus of tires right now.
And a tire machine.
So
you could always find another set of wheels for that 21 and just swap them out.
Watch out there now. Watch your mouth. I'm trying to be cool, man. I'm trying not to spend no more money if I can help it. But, with these bikes, you're going to always see something you want. You're going to always see something you want to add to the bike, or you're going to see some accessories, some gear. You're going to see something that make you want to open that wallet up.
Yeah, maybe to that 21, not to this 15.
Say that again, Bullet.
Maybe to that 21, but not to this 15.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm about through.
You think you...
Yeah, I think I'm about through.
What if they came out with a big Goldwing at the first of the year, Bullet, and it had all of the features of the new Goldwing, but it had the big size of the older Goldwing?
Like I told a little bit a while ago, I ain't spending no more money right now.
Okay. All right.
I ain't spending no more money right now.
Right, and that's as of today. That's not period. That's as of today. That's good for today. Now tomorrow may be another story.
Well, I'm gonna have to hit a lottery or something then.
You got to hit a lottery?
Yes, sir.
A rear wheel ought to be pretty easy to find now. They're striking out all them bikes. You ought to be able to find a new takeoff rear wheel. Good, pretty good price.
Right.
Yep.
So we just cruising northbound. You still there a little bit?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you.
Listening to y'all talk.
I just want to make sure you wasn't sleeping up there.
Not yet. I gotta wait till I get some of them throw rolls.
Oh, you waiting on basically hot rolls. That's what you waiting on.
Yep.
Yeah. Jason, I'm glad I put those wind deflectors on the new Goldwing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they work really well, very well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm sure it needed them.
Yes, sir. They work.
Let me know when you want that left lane.
You want to take left lane?
Yeah, left lane.
All right.
This guy quits looking.
All right. Yeah, we got a lot of wind coming out that truck, too.
Yeah, it's windy out here today.
Yeah, it's a lot of wind. But it's a good day for a ride, man. It's not too cold. I have on my heated jacket as a liner. It's not even plugged in, though.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got the first gear on, but I ain't got it plugged up.
You ain't got it plugged up.
Yeah, I like that one-piece suit you got, but I was telling Silver Bullet, with this new hot wired stuff like we got, you can't get to the buttons.
Well, that's true. You would have to set it and then zip up.
Yeah.
With the Evo suit, because you don't have the controllers long enough to hang out.
Yeah, I wish they'd come back out with that controller.
Yeah.
But my stuff works good. If it ever goes out, I'll switch over. Maybe the Gerbing still uses the controller.
Right. I wonder why do everybody try to call me on ride day? That's not the time to call me on ride day. That's time to ride. Call me when I'm not riding. Well, see, what had happened was I was going to ride, but see, what happened is, tell me about it when I get back. Look like they repaved this 55 North.
Yeah.
I'll speak too
I don't
soon.
know how far up they went. I hope they fix that part that's always so rough up here.
Yeah. Well, they said don't speak too soon.
Yeah, 'cause that is a rough part. You have to get over in the left lane to get out of that mess.
Right. Hey, what did y'all think about the vid where I talked about the new Goldwing having battery issues?
Well, me personally,
I
didn't think too much of the video because I don't think too much of the new bike.
Oh, so basically so you're what we call a hater.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. Give me a patch with that on it.
Say it ain't so. I know you're playing.
Yeah, no, just kidding. But you might have a point there. But I would think out of 3 years, and the issues come up, that Honda would have done the testing before it came out, really.
Right.
To know what size battery, what kind of cold cranking amps it needs. I mean, while it's sitting still or while it's rolling, a full test on it.
But that's true.
So
but
there may be, now me thinking, there may be an amp draw on that thing that they don't know about.
Well, I did a parasitic amp draw test, and it's showing 0. It's not even, it doesn't even have a milliamp draw. So on my bike, there's no parasitic draw.
But I mean, for that bike to sit up, and you go back however many days later, and it's dead or it won't start, it may not be totally dead, but it won't start. There's got to be some kind of draw on it.
But the question becomes, is the battery a solid battery? Not so much the bike is pulling the battery, but is the battery a solid battery? Is the battery well built? Is it, is it well manufactured? Or could they be using substandard lead or substandard acid? I don't know. I'm just stabbing in the dark. But the
like
question
you said,
would,
is it a bad batch, huh?
Right. That's what I'm getting at. In my personal opinion, and I don't know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with the bike. I think it's in the battery.
Okay.
That's what I believe. Now, I did a parasitic amp draw test. I did a parasitic milliamp draw test, and it revealed 0. So I don't have any amps pulling when the bike is off. And the lowest that I've seen that battery get was 11.5. And when it got down to 11.5, it wouldn't even turn over the engine. Normally, Bullet, and this is why I think it's the battery. Normally, Bullet, if you have a low battery, when you try to crank an engine, it's gonna attempt to crank, and it's gonna crank slow, right?
Or it just go click.
Right, but normally, if the battery's getting low, it's gonna give you some signs of dragging. It's gonna show that the starter's dragging. It's gonna go from having a fast crank to a slow crank. But
that's a sign of a low battery.
Right. But on this particular bike, it just won't do nothing. It's like once the battery get a certain level, it's not turning, it's not doing nothing. So it's almost like if you don't give me exactly enough amps that I want, I'm not even going to turn.
Now, that probably has something to do with that new that CAN bus system that bike has on it.
It may
where it has a fail safe where it just won't, or it just doesn't
right.
recognize enough voltage, so it's not even going to try and do anything.
Right. So if there is not enough voltage, then it goes back to the battery.
Yeah.
That's what make me think it's the battery and not the bike, because I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking, Jason. It may be a fail safe on there, or it may be designed that if you don't have exactly enough volts, then I'm not going to even turn over. I'm not even going to attempt.
Well, let me ask this.
Okay.
Now, how long does that bike sit before it gets to that point? Because, any battery is going to start losing charge, whether it's got an amp draw on it or not.
That's true, over time. But if it's in just a few days, it shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I would agree there.
Or a week, it shouldn't do that. Because even my 2016, it have sat for a month and fire right up. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that on my bike, it only happened to me twice since I've had it. And the first time I made the video showing, people that the bike wouldn't start. It did it a second time. I didn't do a video on that, and that was the only time it ever done it. I haven't had any more issues since then. But I've talked to other bikers that have had that issue.
Okay.
That's just what I believe. Now, I could be wrong. I could be incorrect. But I believe the problem is with the battery, not the bike. If anybody been having that situation where the bike don't want to crank, because with that new bike, it's all electronic.
Well, let me ask this.
Uh-huh.
Has anybody come on and told you what battery has worked better on those bikes than the Yuasa?
No. Everybody that has had the problem has the Yuasa battery. I don't know anybody that has another brand that has that problem. It's always that Yuasa. So that's
now, is there a year model or year involved in this? Is it all from 18 up?
Well, they had the problem with some of the earlier 18s with the same issue.
So now it's over in the 21s with the same issue. I wouldn't think that a bad batch of batteries would spread out over that amount of time.
Well, Honda could have bought a warehouse full of batteries.
Oh, now we going.
I don't know.
The shelf life on those things got to be Honda ain't just stocking those up and waiting year in and year out.
Or
the shelf life on them is deteriorating.
Let me ask you this, Bullet. If you was Yuasa and you made a bunch of bad batteries, would you try to still sell them, or would you just say, well, these batteries maybe are not the best, we're going to still send them out? And if they...
Oh, yeah, you
so,
get them out.
So, again, did Yuasa make a bunch of batteries that maybe not... Or is Honda just using the cheapest battery that they can put in that bike, and it requires a better battery?
Yeah, I don't know. Them Yuasas are really good batteries. I mean...
Right.
Unless they just didn't spec out the proper battery.
Right.
Maybe they went with a little less, who knows, but
well,
this bike, I'm still on my original battery in this bike.
Right.
80,000 miles, and it's a 17 model.
Correct. But the difference, Jason, is that 21 Gold, the new Goldwing is all electronic. Everything is electronic.
Yeah, it's very sensitive to the voltage and all that.
Yeah, the CAN bus system. It's all electronic. Everything is electronic. The key fob, the way you lock the steering wheel. I mean, your handlebars.
Yeah, the new battery.
Go ahead, Jeff.
The new battery's a gel. It has gel in it, right?
I heard that, but I don't think Yuasa makes a gel battery.
Well, if you look at the part number on the battery, it starts with a G instead of whatever like the ones in our bikes are. And I thought that G may have represented, gel, so maybe they did change it, but I don't know for sure either.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't think they made a gel battery.
Now, I bought a replacement battery for my bike. I just hadn't put it on yet. Even though I'm not having any issues right now, like I said, the reason why I brought it up because of other people after seeing my earlier video, they reached out to me and said that they was having some battery issues or the bike wouldn't crank issues. So it hasn't happened to me only twice since I owned the bike, but I went on and bought another battery. Now, I could have easily taken the bike into the dealership and said, hey, I think I got a battery issue. I want to get this battery replaced under warranty. But I didn't want to send my bike to the shop just to keep it in the shop 4 weeks.
Yeah.
These shops, man, they'll keep your bike 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks for a 3-hour job.
And that's because the Honda told me they were 8 to 10 weeks out.
See what I'm saying? See that kind of junk?
Yep.
For how many hours of work, Bully, you was needing?
4.5.
So they basically told you 2.5 months for a few hours of work.
Yeah, about 2 months.
See what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, man. And it's not just a Soto Honda. It's a lot of dealerships like that.
Right. But now Roosevelt told me they can have it done in the same day.
Oh, well, that's like I said, it depends on the dealership. Russellville used to turning out bikes. They're used to turning those bikes out. But when you're talking about some of these other Honda dealers, man, they may tell you 3 months. We're 3 months behind. We only have one mechanic. One mechanic?
Yeah, well, that's what I heard. Rooseville got more master mechanics than the Soto Honda.
Oh, okay. My thing is,
that's like that Sunrise. They've always been real good on their service, and they get stuff in and out. Of course, they've got multiple mechanics, and they're all I don't know what you call them. What do you call them? Master mechanics, Honda certified, whatever.
Yeah. ASE.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. You take your bike in, they want to keep it for. Well, we got to keep it for 9 weeks, 10 weeks. I'd just rather spend $100 and some bucks and fix the bike myself. Now, the good thing about my case, I do have 2 bikes, so I could still put one in the shop and then ride the other bike. But my thinking is, if all it needs is a battery, I'll just change out the battery. Now, once I change out that battery, Bullet, and I'm not even using that brand battery anymore, that Yuasa, and it do it again, Oh,
Not
now
the battery, ain't it?
now I'll know. Well, we can't blame it on the battery now. So I want to take that. I want to take that out of. I want to take that, as they say. I want to take that bullet out the gun. You can't say.
I don't think you could use that new bike. It's all electronic. Got a lot of electronics on it. I think it's more of a storage problem, a charging problem. Restart, because as long as it's running, it's fine.
Right. But think about it like this, Bullet. If you had the older Goldwing and the newer Goldwing, and you set them side by side, right? And let's just say you both driven them the same amount of mileage the same day, which would be impossible. But let's just, for the sake of argument, let's say you did that, and you parked both bikes the same day, and you powered them off, and you didn't put them on a maintainer, you just let them sit for, let's say, 3 weeks, let's say a month, and you go back to crank the bike at the same time, and the older Goldwing start up, but the new Goldwing doesn't. What would that mean?
That would mean that you got both of them, so I think you need to put that theory to test.
So again, it goes back to the battery.
Yeah, try that one. You got the perfect scenario and the equipment.
But the only problem with that bullet is that if I did that, I won't have anything to ride.
Well, that's what you mean.
So, that's the only problem with that theory, but I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah, that 16 it's going to sound. That's why it ain't getting talked about today. You're on the big body.
I'm on the big body. Otherwise, I'd be getting talked about.
I'd have to say something.
Well, one thing I can tell you, Bullet, that 21 Goldwing it's no chopped liver.
Okay. I mean, so what does it do that this one can't do?
Well, they both do the same. But
okay.
But the 21 Goldwing, it has more features. It just has some different upgrades that the older bike doesn't have. They both have features that the other one doesn't have.
And they got some you'll never use, right?
For me, I use all of them, but yes, that you're correct.
I'm good.
Yeah, they're both great bikes. So I like them both.
All right.
Now, if I was going to be, if I was going to be taking the first lady on a long trip, I would rather be on I would rather be on this 2016. If I was going to take the first lady on a long trip, I really would rather be on this 16.
Roger that.
But if I was going to be, let's say, stuck in traffic, I'd rather be on the 21 because I don't have to worry about shifting gears and clutching and, if I was in a parking lot, let's say I'm in a parking lot and I don't have a lot of maneuverability, I'd rather be on the 21 because it's lighter, it's more nimble, it's easier to maneuver than the big Goldwing. So they both have, these bumps. They both have features that the other bike doesn't have.
All right.
Yeah, but, you can't go wrong with either bike. But I would say this to anybody that's watching this video. If you have the older Goldwing and you wanted to get the newer Goldwing, my advice would be don't give up your old Goldwing.
I'm not.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about you, but I'm just making a.
man, just keep going. You know what I'm doing.
I may be talking to Jason. Yeah,
I don't think so.
Let me talk. Let me refer this to Jason.
Yeah, I don't think Jason's going either.
No, Jason's not finna buy no bike. But let me use Jason for the sake of argument. Jason, if you was going to buy the new Goldwing, my recommendation would be keep your older Goldwing and see which one you like the best. Now, you would either want to keep them both, or you would want to get rid of one or the other. But I wouldn't get rid of one to buy the other.
Yeah.
Because if you're used to that GL 1800, it's going to be hard switching over to the new bike because the features are so different. But, for some riders, that's what they want. But in my opinion, I think that if a person was going to get the new Goldwing, I think that they should keep their older Goldwing, buy the new Goldwing, and then see which bike you really like the best. and then make a decision from there whether you want to keep it or sell it or, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and the comfort level's not near as good on the new ones.
It's not, but you get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to anything, but I mean, as far as comfort, I mean, I'd rather be on this one.
Right. Right.
When that 18 came out, I went and test rode one, and I mean, it was fine. It was a nice bike. I liked it, but as I could tell, I'm a whole lot more comfortable on this one.
Right.
Let the church say amen.
I'm sorry, you was breaking up, Bullet. My car was breaking up.
Oh, that's all right. You got it.
And I do understand. It's not for everybody. Because when I first test rode the new Goldwing, to be honest,
Chris, what you just said right there, it's just not for everybody.
Right. Right.
It is for some people. It's just not for everybody.
Right. That's why they make different cars. I mean, they don't make one car. They make SUVs. They make they make trucks. They make sports cars. I mean, they all pretty much going to do the same. They're going to take you from point A to point B.
Right.
But they're going to do different, we're all different. So you just have to do what works best for you.
That is right there.
You know what I mean? So for me, personally, I like my new Goldwing. I'm going to be honest with you. And,
okay, let me ask this. Let's just go and put it out there.
Let's put it out there, Bullet.
Which one you like best? See, we've been dancing around this, and you trying to spit arrows with it. Which one you like best?
You can only keep one.
You know what? I'm gonna reserve that answer. No, you gotta. No, Bullet, you gotta.
No. Just like Jason said, you can only keep one.
But
which would you keep?
I don't want to answer that on this video.
That's what we're talking about.
Now, I would say,
talking about it. Now, hey, and don't edit that out either.
I'm not going to edit it. Hey, Bullet.
Go ahead.
I've been thinking about that question even before you asked me that.
Well, I ain't heard nobody ask it yet, so I figured I'll be the one.
You're the first one to ask me, but I've already thought about that question, and I already know the answer. But I don't want to reveal it on this video.
I know why, too.
But I tell you what, if you're watching this video, if you stay tuned to my channel, I am going to reveal which bike I actually prefer the best. But I don't want to answer that today. But I know the answer, but I'm just not going to give that information out today. So stay tuned to the channel, and I promise you, in the words of Teaspoon, I promise you, I'm going to tell you which bike I prefer. And I'm just going to keep it real.
I ain't got no cut cards. I can hear that come.
No cut cards. I don't have no cut cards. I'm coming straight off the top of the deck.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. That's a very good question, Bullet. I'm glad you asked that because I've been thinking about that.
Somebody needs to go ahead and put it out there. They've been dancing around it, and you go from this one to that one, and you say these features on this, but comfort level on that. It was the wind protection on this compared to the wind. Just go ahead and put it out there. Which one? And you can only keep one.
The only reason why I haven't answered that question yet is because I want to put both bikes side by side when I answer that question. I'm gonna put them side by side, and I'm gonna answer that question. But I haven't done that yet because I can't ride them both at the same time. That's the only reason why I haven't. So it's coming, Bullet. And the results will shock you.
I'm going to let you make it.
The results will shock you.
Okay. Well, either way you go with it, it ain't going to change my mind about this big body.
There you go. I love my 2016 Honda Goldwing.
That ain't going to change my mind. All that electronic stuff and those features, that's all fine and good. And like we've talked about before, they should have made two bikes.
Yeah.
They should have made the big body with all the bells and whistles of the technology.
Right. I agree with that.
They would have sold, man. They would have sold like hotcakes. Because I could see myself having one of those.
Right. Right.
But since that's not the case, I'm gonna stick with what I got.
You're gonna stick with what you got. All right. Well, that sounds good, Bullet.
Yes, sir.
And you heard it right from the Bullet, right from the 901.
Yes, sir.
Representing.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. Let me get a look and see if a Bullet back here. See what he's looking like on that. Pulling that old Escapade trailer. Hey, Bullet got that chrome. Got that thing looking good, man.
I appreciate the flowers.
Yes, sir. Pulling the Escapade.
Yeah, somebody had to get out here with these Can-Am 622s. We ain't scared.
Yeah, Bullet, you can't talk about me today. I'm on the big boy. I'm on the big boy, Bullet.
Oh, you all good there, like Teaspoon said. You should have had that the other day. You and Pearl Warrior, we would have got that quicker.
Yeah, that's true. But
Teaspoon said, I sure wish I had a bottle. Or we'd already been there.
I will tell you this, Bullet. I will give you this much information. I have no regret on purchasing that new Goldwing. I have no regret.
I don't expect you to say nothing else.
I don't have no regret.
That's good, because a lot of people do, man. They'll go out and buy a new bike, and they're like, holy crap, what did I just get?
No, sir. That's why I waited. That's why I waited, Jason.
That's good.
Yeah, that's why I waited. I have no regrets. And if I could do it over again, and I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. If I could do it all over again, I would make the same purchase.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.